Hey guys, Noah here. Now it's been a bit, but anyway, new year, new game. I had to axe the old game due to scope issues. It was clearly too big for one person, but who knows, maybe someday I'll pick it back up. As each story begins, it's time to create a new project. For this game, I'll be making a side-scroller 2D multiplayer shooter focusing on player movement. The scope seems reasonable enough for a single person to create, so let's get straight to coding. As you can see, after bashing on the keys for a bit, this is what I was able to create. If only things were that simple. In all seriousness, this is what I've managed so far. I was able to create a small scene and have our little character move and jump, but whenever I jump and move against the wall, my character kept getting glued to it. Thankfully, there was an easy enough fix to this. All I had to do was add a physics material to each of the colliders, and voila, it works. The reason for having two colliders, a square and a circle one, is to allow the character to walk smoothly up and down sloped surfaces. And, just for fun, there's a jump force variable that I can change. And with that done, I'll call it a day. Coffee. So yesterday I finished off our basic player movement, and without any animations is looking a bit stale and lifeless. So that's what I'll be implementing today. After a bit I was able to add a moving, idle and jump animation. They seem to be working pretty smoothly, and it's surprising what little work can be done to really improve the overall game feel. Here's another close-up of our two colliders and how they are working. As I said before, the circle collider is to allow our character to smoothly walk up and down sloped surfaces. Since there is a little bit of light left today, I'll try to implement a basic camera system. This was relatively easy. I ended up using Cinemachine to quickly implement it. However, I'm not sure if I like it that much. I feel like my old camera system that I had in my old game was a bit better. What do you guys think? Which one should I use? Also, I found a small bug. When I click jump whilst falling, the character enters the jump animation but doesn't exit even when they land. Unfortunately, I've run out of time today, so I'll fix it tomorrow. Since I've got the movement down, I should probably try to start implementing shooting, as this will be a shooter game. Again, like with the other implementation, this feature was also a bit trivial. And as you can see, wrong one. As you can see, it shoots bullets just fine. And when my character turns the other direction, they're shooting the right way as well. As of now, the shooting feels a bit lackluster. This is probably due to the lack of particles. Hopefully when I implement them, it will improve the overall combat feel. And when you jump on that rabbit's head, he falls over. I think I forgot to lock his Z rotation. Anyway, an easy fix. But unfortunately, I got home rather late today, so this was all I was able to implement. It's Thursday, my dudes. So since I want this to be a pretty busy and active shooter, I don't want to limit the user in which direction they're shooting. So today, I'll be working on enabling the gun to shoot and point towards the mouse location. And let's get to it. So after trying to implement it for a bit, I came across with this issue. What I'm trying to do is, when the mouse is behind the player, or where the player currently is, I want to rotate the player and the gun. But for some reason, the gun keeps on spinning. I was eventually able to fix this by copying over some old code that I had in my previous project. So instead of checking the angle, I'm just checking to see if the mouse is behind the X position of my character, and if so, rotate the gun. Thankfully this was a simple fix. I was also able to find another bug. I forgot to implement a rate of fire, so now you can fire as fast as you can click. This seems a bit imbalanced and I should probably fix this, but alas, that's all we have time for today. So today being the final day of the week, there's a few things I want to get done. I need to add a fire rate to our weapon and add a crosshair so the player knows where they're aiming. Also, the game feels a bit bland, so if I have time, I'll add some sound effects and some particles to kind of lighten it up a bit and hopefully improve the overall game feel. So the crosshair itself was easy to code, it just places it where the user's mouse is at. And I also got the fire rate working, so now if you hold down and shoot, it keeps on shooting. I think the fire rate speed needs some tweaking, but I honestly won't really know until others try out the game. Now to move on to improving the game feel. I ended up adding a whole bunch of little things. I added some particle effects to make it look like dust when the player jumps and lands. I added a screen shake so when the player fires it actually feels like they're doing something. And I also added a blood particle effect to the entities so that when they take damage it looks like they got hit, and the player also has the visual feedback of damaging the enemy. And to go along with all these particle effects, I added some sound effects. I added a sound for jumping and landing and for firing as well. And I have to say that after adding these minor details it really does make the game pop and feel much better. And that's about all I was able to implement in 5 days. I know it's not that much, but it's something at least. Anyway guys, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. See ya!